Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Smoking Hot Coffee Show. My name is Amul Patel. I'm here in Los Angeles. I'm joined with,
Hey everybody, I'm Jeff Pelton. I'm down here in San Diego.
yep, and Jeff can be found at Comster, and I'm at Amul underscore Patel. So, Jeff, this is cup number 8, second week. How you feeling?
Wow, great.
Yeah,
Still at it.
still at it. Yeah, we're still going. I'm hoping we can continue doing these, Monday through Friday if we can. And behind the scenes, I want to update people on what's going on. We're working on the website, right?
Yep.
And we're trying to come up with a detailed view of the startups, and just to give everybody an idea of what's happening behind the scenes. Here's sort of the Photoshop comp that I busted out the other day with Jeff. This is going to be sort of a detail, sort of our ratings. There I am, and a 10-word sort of comment on the site itself, and we're breaking it down into 4 categories: design, originality, survival, marketing. What do you think of this, Jeff?
This is great. Yeah, so this is a lot of fun. This page is this is the startup detail page.
Yep.
At the top of it, we have a screenshot, description, all the detail and info that we have links to the startup on other sites, other networks, who posted the startup,
Yep.
and then most importantly, these ratings.
Yep.
And so we really kind of want to give some time for this to brew, and we're thinking about how we want the rating system to work and look, and it's got to be interactive, right? So
Yeah.
part of the show is you and I critiquing or reviewing or at least pitching our 2 cents in of these startups,
Yeah.
these websites. Sometimes they're web apps or
Right.
other things, but the areas of criteria that we picked so far. Sorry, I forgot to get my timer
Yeah.
started
I,
too.
I
But
just started it. Yeah.
uh, but these areas I think are pretty good: design, marketing, originality, and survival.
Yeah.
We're thinking we're just going to do 5 stars. We've tossed around the idea of ABC letter ratings or other formats. We're kind of interested in what you guys think. We also want to put the 10-word breakdown, a spot for a message where you can throw in your 2 cents. So the idea is to incorporate this into the show in the way that we're already ranking these startups or giving our 2 cents on them, rating them one way or another.
Yeah.
And so we're going to use the website to leave our rating, as well as to take your guys' feedback. Not your feedback, but we want your opinion and your ratings and
Yeah. Yeah.
feelings on these startups. So you guys
Absolutely.
are going to have ratings just like Amul's is right there, side by side. I think those are going to scroll to the right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, the idea is to really engage. We kind of kickstart it and get people into this whole idea of rating them, and hopefully we can open it up to the community. And to that end, let me show everybody what's going on. So this is the first very early draft of it. We kind of, obviously
Well,
I'm still just styling it, but go ahead,
Can
Jeff.
I put in another word about the ratings? Is that what we really want? We're not just trying to pander you guys and say, "Oh, we want you to come and rate it." What we really want is enough of you guys bookmarking. It shows me as I added this website or this startup to the database, Smoking
Right.
Hot Coffee. But
Right.
we want you guys adding startups. We want you guys rating them and voting on them, telling us what you want to see,
Right.
so that when the 6 or the 8 shows that we cover each episode,
Right.
that you guys have picked them, not us,
Right. Right.
is the point we want to get to. So that's a sort of interactive, the nature of the website for me is how I look at it, is a database to really make the show interactive with the audience.
Yeah, I love that idea. I love the idea of ranking what people are adding to the list, and so maybe we can really cover the ones that the community wants us to cover.
Right.
Eventually, we want the site to essentially help script the show. And
Exactly.
I thought this is a great idea. I think it's fantastic. I hope you guys dig it. We're looking forward to your feedback. And on that note, I think we should get started.
Yeah,
Uh,
because you can kind of show them how far we got
yeah.
in person here, but
And
obviously this is something that's going to keep evolving.
yeah, and so here's the early draft. As you can see, it's we're sort of getting there. The gradient's kind of there now, and you can see the icon of the thing in there. I'm still working on getting the CSS styling, but it's almost there. And I think maybe in another day or two we'll have it pretty much ready to rock. We're gonna get our rating systems going. So just bear with us. The show's evolving in front of your very eyes. So on that note, let's get started. We're at pictonic.co. So here we are, pictonic.co. So
So I
this,
added this one because during our development, this came up a couple times. We were talking about pulling in fonts as assets and also common things that you run into when you're building a website, or you need little icons, right,
Okay,
to describe
you
certain
know,
things like sharing and
I really,
deleting and
I really,
editing.
I really like these guys up here. Instead of like happy, okay, these are awesome. Maybe we should.
Spider-Man and the Avengers
This
and
is cool. Instead of
Batman,
stars,
those are
yeah,
awesome.
instead of stars, maybe we should use these guys. You know,
That'd be
okay,
good.
like awesomeness, or maybe this is a good example. It's a great use case for avoiding stars and adding more fun and personality to an input mechanism.
Oh, let me stop you. Well, before we
Sure.
dive into the show, one other thing I told you that we needed to talk about this episode, a little housekeeping
Okay.
before we keep going is, and this applies perfectly. So we've talked a little bit offline, and we decided that we really want to give a shot at having an audio version of the podcast.
That's right.
So those of you that are subscribing from your mobile phones and you like to listen in the car on the way to work, we know that a lot of people want to get the information we provide about the latest startups. How being in touch with the news, getting your pulse often happens in the offline, with your mobile or whatever, in a podcast format. So
Yeah. Yeah.
with that in mind, Amul, let's try to help each other describe what we're seeing.
Okay.
Give people the mind's eye view
Right.
of some of the websites we're seeing. We're going to experiment with this. We know it's a heavily video podcast, but it's also useful for people to get that information via
Okay.
just audio, I think. So
Fair enough. Fair enough. So I'll try my best to try to visually describe what I'm looking at. Of course, this is really oriented for people that are watching the video, but I understand people want to have this in the background while they're working and all that. So, all right, fair enough. So
exactly.
here we are at iconfontspictonic.co. Essentially, it looks like they're selling. It's a marketplace. Is it just them, or I'm looking at here? They've got a carousel, a slideshow, a bunch of icons. I can buy the set, I guess, all of them for $200, or per icon I spend 60 cents. So this is kind of interesting. We've seen Typekit and these virtual cloud-based services to serve up fonts. Now, perhaps as a service to serve up icons. Whenever
Yep.
I'm
So
designing typography and glyphs, icons, that's the number. That's a number two thing. I'm always out there hunting for good icons.
yep.
And you'd be surprised. You would think, oh, there's a crapload of icons on the internet, but it's really hard to get nice looking, beautifully designed, clean icons. Like I'm looking here, and this is actually really
Oh wow,
nicely
those are
designed.
scaling.
Yeah, they're
Those are
scaling.
beautiful. So,
Yeah.
from a developer point of view, I know I've told you in my conquest to develop all the apps in the world, I find myself constantly needing these little controls, these volume controls,
Hmm.
video player stuff, thumb up.
Yeah.
It's really hard to find a nice, clean thing that does that.
Right.
All the sharing things. I love at the top of the page they're showing a lot of common icons just kind
Hmm.
of flying by in a carousel.
Yeah.
And what I've done personally is I've gone to extreme lengths to find ASCII characters that
Okay.
that suit my needs as a developer, because I don't want to spend a lot of time getting married to GIFs or JPEGs that I'm going to have to go back and edit later.
Right.
It's
Right.
a lot easier if I can keep it in my realm of the text editor, and then I can move it around more easily or
Yeah.
go back and upgrade it later. But
No.
there's even, they showed a cloud. I've found some ASCII clouds and
Mhm.
sunbeams and
Right.
some things that are surprisingly useful
Yeah.
to get the job done. But something
Right.
like this is far more superior and gives you a lot more options. We're seeing a lot of the fun ones there,
Yeah.
the comics and the
I, and,
cartoons.
and ironically, as you would think that this common set of sort of user interactions and user interface things, that be a lot of them out there, and there are, but you'd be surprised. It's nice to have a certain standard look and a standard feel for a lot of these
Right.
icons. And the
Th-
flip
th- That's
side,
going to be the other problem, I'd say, is as a developer, or I do one-off projects, or I'm trying to pitch in here and there, and you really got to have the icons that match your brand and feel.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's hard to kind of just haphazardly go pick one off the shelf.
yeah, and on the flip side of this, there are sometimes you want a lot of unique brand personality. I've seen icons that are shaped and or that are framed in sort of like
Well, the
different types
typical
of.
one are the Facebook, Twitter, and
Mhm.
the social
Yeah,
icons,
the
right?
social icons.
Everyone
Yeah.
tends to kind of brand those themselves.
Right, right. And there's a ton of variations on those and different types of framing elements for that and color and texture themes. But anyways, this is cool. I like the fact that they've got a get started here. I don't know if I can just grab these icons. Is there some sort of
Well, it says 355 free. So as a business, I got to rank this pretty high. They must be doing well. I like the pricing model that they have everything
Ooh,
from
I like
free, so I
this.
can taste it and try it today,
Hmm.
right now.
Look at this. There's
Look
a
like,
download button right here. This is great.
oh wow, so you can even,
Oh, this is awesome.
throw it right in your files. You
And
don't have to
and
worry about
and
restrictions.
apparently it looks like maybe they even have some maybe these are class names. I'm not sure how they're doing this, but either way, this sounds very cool. It'd be really great if they gave you little bits of code and you can just literally grab the. You know what I would actually honestly what I would love to see is some sort of way I can just hot link to these things. You know how right now we're seeing these services that you can basically hot link to jQuery or Backbone or underscore. This
I
would be
kind of
great.
thought that's what this was, like Typekit, right? Is our
Yeah.
example of the hot linking to fonts,
Right, right, right.
the
I don't.
quality font.
I'm not. I'm look. It does have a usage, and yeah, it's not hot linked. So it'd be great if they did that. It'd be great if they actually were a sort of a cloud service using
Well, I think it is.
CloudFront.
If you're linking to that CSS file,
No,
right?
no,
It's
but
going to form.
it's dot dot. So this is self-hosted. I don't.
Ah,
Yeah, you know what I mean.
yeah,
There's no
you're right.
HTTP. Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, it'd be great if they had that. I think this would be a great market for that. This would be a complementary service to a Typekit or all these other services that are happening. So guys out there, if you're looking for an idea, this is one to fly with. All right, so let's move on. We're still cranking. Here we are at Honey. All right, so joinhoney.com. I remember getting my AngelList little thing this week, and this was trending. Save time and money shopping online. Looks like they've got a little helper video or something, and then install for Chrome. So here they're looking at browser plugin, and that's their distribution. They're looking at the browser as the platform, right? Am I getting this right?
Yeah, I think so. Install for Chrome. I don't know if they have any other options there, but
Hmm.
I do love the web apps are my favorite thing, and it's great to see people actually going after the Chrome Web Store. I guess is where their distribution would
Well,
be.
so they said.
I don't know if there's other web stores yet, but
So check this out. So it says shop at your favorite online stores, and during checkout, hit the find savings. So maybe there's some sort of panel that comes up during
that
checkout
appears
that
next to the coupon box.
that
It says
appears next to the coupon box. So this is
crawls the web for coupon codes and tries them for you automatically.
this is
So this is perfect. My example was this week. A buddy of mine was on Cafe Press getting a print,
right.
and this isn't something he usually does or anything. But a lot of people will, oh, I want that random T-shirt.
Hmm.
Go get it immediately.
Right.
He gets to the coupon box
Right.
instinctively. New tab, Google,
Yeah.
Cafe Press, coupon code.
Right.
I think that this is just typical behavior for anyone in this generation of the internet e-commerce shopping. And so now we've been doing that for years now. Now when you do that Google search, you're getting a lot of junk.
Yeah.
A lot of people trying to middleman you.
Yeah.
It used to be, oh, good guys, aggregating coupon codes for you. Now you got to install their app,
Right.
click on some spam first, and
Right.
it's hard to get to
Hard to
the
get.
honey, I guess.
Right. Right.
This is really nice to see someone trying to
So my
make
question.
this integrated
My
experience.
question to you, Jeff, is they've got some huge brand partners here: Kmart, Kohl's, J.C. Penney,
Well, they're
Lowe's.
supported sites,
So,
but
so I don't know if these are
not brand.
partners. So with what
They're
they've
not
done,
partners.
they're not
They're
partners.
supported.
Okay, supported sites. So it's fair to say that they don't need to get Lowe's permission to do any of this
Yeah,
stuff. They just
right.
basically.
Lowe's isn't going to be like partnering with them unless they can, somehow cut them in on
Well,
some
so
extra
my
action.
my question to you is this: so if I create a browser extension, I just need to be able to crawl all these big brand stores and big brand partner websites, and eventually this essentially just sniffs my browser and just is I guess watching my behavior, and then if it has one of their 100.
No,
No.
no. Here's how I see it. So you're like my buddy. You're on the checkout page and you see they have a coupon code field, right?
Right.
That goes off in your head. Oh, I'm missing out on savings.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you immediately go into Google and you type in whereiam.com or whatever, in this case, Cafe Press,
Right.
and then coupon code.
Yeah.
So that process is what they're now converting into Honey. So in Chrome, they have a book, what is it, a plugin.
The plugin,
And
yeah.
so it looks like they add a button. So yeah, they must know, okay, Cafe Press is a supported site, or
Right.
the ones they have listed.
Right,
So
right.
let's imagine Cafe Press is.
Yeah, yeah.
So instead of when he got down to that coupon code
Right,
field, it
right.
would automatically have a button next to it
Yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah,
saying
yeah.
find savings.
Gotcha,
So
gotcha.
then you click on find savings,
Yeah.
and instead of doing that manual Google search for you,
Right.
they're doing whatever they do,
Gotcha.
which is aggregating that and maintaining that database.
So
Then they're
this,
claiming that it's going to automatically. So what happens if you've done this before? You go to those sites,
yeah.
they'll have this has 60% accuracy of working
Okay.
because it
Oh, right, right,
works
right. Yeah, yeah,
until the site cuts it off
yeah,
because they
yeah.
say, oh, this guy, somebody emailed this to
Right, to everybody.
100,000 people.
Right.
So now we're going to kill this coupon code. So
Yep,
they,
yep, yep.
decommission it or whatever.
Right.
And so then it stops working. So there's a whole problem and ecosystem behind the scenes here that it looks like it's trying to.
I know I've had this issue where I've ordered like Pizza Hut pizza, and I know there's a lot of coupon codes for that, and I'll
Oh,
go on
pizza's the worst.
Retail Me Not or because a couple of these other
Yep,
sites,
retail me.
and I'm like trying to type this in, and it doesn't work. I'm like, fuck, all right, and then I go and search for some more. Oh, 2013 Pizza Hut codes, and so a lot of these SEO guys are SEOing these titles, and I'm clicking on a bunch of random crap, and I'm being force fed this stuff, and a lot of times it doesn't work. So let's hope these guys filter out all the bullshit and get to the honey, so to speak.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be really interested to see. Like, it feels like they're gonna add some ease of use here, but what it's doing what we were doing 2 years
Yeah.
ago with Google.
Yeah,
It's probably gonna turn into another place for spam and ads to
could
be
be,
thrown,
could be.
interjected.
It
So I'm curious how they can pull this off in a way that everyone wins.
it
But
could be, you could be right, but
looks clean so far,
it
and I
is.
like that they're in Chrome.
Yeah, I dig that
Love
they're
that
in Chrome,
marketplace.
and apparently they've saved. They've actually tracking how much money they're.
Oh, that's nice. I do like that.
That's pretty cool, right? 122,000 apparently that they've saved.
Yeah,
That's
so
pretty
for
cool.
the viewers listening on the homepage, they have a nice little, what do you call those? The kind of
That's
the
is that a
odometer. It's like an
odometer?
odometer counter.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep. Hmm.
So it's the kind of thing that's going to show the numbers changing in real time, and it's up to $122,000 saved.
That's right.
So they're doing pretty good.
Yeah, so there's somebody's using it. I know on AngelList they're trending, so a lot of people are installing it or at least telling their friends. Either way, it'd be very interesting. I'd love this whole idea of using the browser extensions as a whole distribution platform. If they can monetize this, I see a big future for these guys. And obviously they're saving money.
Well,
So I don't. How are they making
yeah.
money here, Jeff? What's
So another thing, let me throw in there from the developer point of view. The other common thing with this space is that it's a cat and mouse game. So you go down to that partner list at the bottom. If they don't, the reason they're not partners and that they're just supported sites is because they're just saying, oh, Old Navy has a coupon code spot. We're just going to jack in there and do the search for you.
right?
If Old Navy doesn't like you doing that, they can start engaging in a cat and mouse game where it's a client side code that you're injecting onto their website, and so
Right.
they can kind of try to obfuscate you from doing that.
Right.
It makes it hard to do business in that situation.
But I would think
Staple business.
I would think an Old Navy would want to support something like this. If they can get more traffic from their competitors coming because they're going to save a couple of bucks here and there, who knows?
Yeah,
I'm a,
good point.
I think
Good point.
I think there's
There's
an
got to
ecosystem.
be optimistic ways to look at it like that
Yeah,
too.
yeah, yeah. So my big question to you here, Jeff, is how are they making money? Are they making a little bit extra off the savings? Are they somehow? How's that happening, Jeff? Are they
That's what I'm saying. I feel like they're going to have to just add their own ads at some point, or
Yeah, how are they
that, or
doing
they're
that,
getting
Jeff?
affiliate dollars,
They're-
right?
maybe
Maybe
they-
maybe all these are affiliates, Amazon and
they
the
could be
other.
affiliate. Yep, yeah, I do
But
see
it
that.
seems like it would be too late once you already checked out to
Yeah.
jack your affiliate.
Right,
But,
right. How do they get that? That's
maybe they see, oh, you don't have one, so they just re-click the checkout
they
button
may
for
be
you or
also
something.
tracking how many people are using this and how much money they're saving in the usage, and then they approach these supported sites and say, "Hey, Oval Navy, 20,000, 30,000 people are using this every month. They've saved,
Right.
20 grand, 100 grand, or whatever it is. Why don't we work out a deal? We promote you guys more, or whatever, yada yada." All right, so let's move on. I think we've covered these guys enough. Good luck to them. Here we are at soundslice.com. All right, so as I'm really into music. I'm always learning how to play. I've got a guitar. I've got a bunch of keyboards. Music learning is a very
Yep, so-
large, very very large niche on the internet. Tabs, sound files, huge niche.
Yep, I bookmarked this one knowing that you would have an affinity for it. There's a lot of LA startups trying to do stuff around this. I know Miso Media, I think, had some mobile apps targeted at guitar learning. A lot of the what is it? The Mahalo guys, I think, do a lot of guitar and app learning through YouTube and whatnot. This is a really beautiful product. On
Yeah.
the homepage,
Yeah.
it says tabs have never sounded so good. SoundSlice lets you sync tabs with video so you
Yeah.
can see and hear them in real time.
Right. Right.
Gone are the days of the ASCII art. So I remember a buddy who was learning guitar would just Google the tabs for anything and
Right.
would pop up the little ASCII drawings of
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
bars and the
Yeah.
tab,
Yeah.
and it works
Yeah.
quite well, and it was
Yeah.
became like a standard of its own.
Right.
But go ahead and try one of these examples that they have right on the homepage,
Yeah.
100 riffs or something.
So yeah. So I've actually seen this video. This. Oh no, this guy's doing Super Mario. Oh, that's awesome. All right. So
This interface is really beautiful. It
yeah.
plays off. It totally uses YouTube at the top left.
Wow.
It's just going to play a YouTube video, and
This
then
is
on the
amazing.
bottom half of the page, it's tracking in real time the time position,
Yeah.
and it's overlaying. You could probably describe the music
This
of
is-
it better.
This is amazing. I'm actually scaling the. I'm actually scaling the sheet here. I can zoom into the sheet. I can. Can I? Okay, I can pause
Can you
it.
describe what this is? The chords, the sections.
Yeah,
the
so we
chord
got the
fingering,
chords, we got the
guitar, it's got
melody.
layers.
Yeah, basically we have several rows with the chords on top, this different sections broken out, the time signature. It's pretty. This is amazing.
Yeah, it's really beautiful. The example that I
wow.
watched was the 100
This is
the 100
incredible.
riffs. And you see how they have the layers on the left,
Yeah.
the chord sections fingering. They
Right.
actually had it's got someone's face next to it, Adrian.
Okay.
Each of those can be authored by a different individual, so
Oh,
it's
this is
beautifully set up for collaboration,
This is
where someone
amazing.
else can come in and add notes
Right.
or just titles or metadata
So-
along the way.
So my next question to you is how are they? How are people adding? Look, let's try it. I'm gonna add a track here. Oh, I need to be logged in. Okay, that sucks. It'd be great if you guys give us a free logged in version or some non-logged in.
Well, I'm glad that we get to view this page without logging in.
Oh,
This
that's
is a
true. Yeah,
dynamic
yeah.
thing.
No, you're right. So this is definitely their value add. I can also do half speed. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, this to me is really a rich internet application
Yes.
right in front of us. It's great to see them pulling in YouTube, making use of that scrubber. I mean, this is like Audacity or some of the audio editing apps. The common elements there
Yeah,
are
it's very,
really nice,
very impressive.
very well executed in
Yeah,
the browser.
Yeah, yeah, this is incredibly done. This is, I think, on the vanguard of all the new things that we may be seeing. In many ways, this is almost like a music editor within the actual browser. This used to be the domain of Flash and a lot of very complicated, front-end tools back in the day. But I think hopefully now with HTML5, a lot of this stuff will get standardized. And it's pretty cool. It's very, very cool. My question to you here, Jeff, is how are they making money? What are we doing? How are they earning a living
Yeah,
here?
that's a great question. What do you think? I know this is a space, like I mentioned, other people have been kind of attacking, and
So
they don't have a mobile app here. They don't have
it does say
you
it'll
know,
work.
distribution that we would expect. We
It
didn't
says it
didn't
works
see
in-
the Chrome
work-
Store would be a natural fit for a Chrome Store app.
Gotcha. So it does say it's available on the iPad. Looks like it works really well.
Oh, maybe it just works in the iPad browser. I mean, that's beautiful. An HTML5 app.
So Adrian, guitarist, internet program from Chicago. Looks like he's written this, and about the team. There's only a couple of guys. It's great. Wow, 2 guys. These guys are amazing. What I want to know is, Adrian, how are you guys making money? If you're watching this,
Yeah, hop
Tell
back
it-
over to the Angel list and
All right,
let's
yeah.
just give them our endearing support and
let's do that.
hope to use their product actually to learn some riffs of my own.
Yeah, if these guys have gotten funding, that's great. Obviously, I don't see them. No, I don't.
Close that tab and
Okay.
take a look on Smoking Hot Coffee. I would have
Oh, I
bookmarked it
see.
if it was there.
You know what? Nope,
Oh,
I don't
no,
see
I
anything.
didn't have it there.
Yeah, so
Yeah, I
I'm
forget how I found them, but it's a terrific product.
It is a terrific project. I don't know if they're trying to make some money maybe on a partner revenue on these YouTube views. Although I assume the views will be pretty low. Maybe they're building a large community of guitar players, and they can probably resell that information or resell that mind space to other vendors. It'd be interesting to see what kind of models they'll come up with later. Whoops. Okay, we're moving on to Pop Money. Personal payment, mobile. So what is this? Email it, text it, pay people with Pop Money. Wow, very cool. I'm always excited when I see a new player in the financial space because Google Checkout and PayPal, they need competition. Pay the dog walker is a walk in the park. So send rent money in a Snap. So how is this different from that one startup that we looked at a few shows ago? I forget the name of these guys.
I'm not even sure. I saw these guys bookmarked it because I think we're trying to study the all these competitors in the online money space. I think everyone's unhappy with PayPal and that they kind of dropped the ball here. Everyone else is trying to fill the gaps and make it easier to do. I like the messages on these guys' homepage. Things that they're trying to get you to use
Yeah.
pop money for, paying the rent,
Yeah.
paying the dog walker.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. They got a lot of logos down there at
They do.
banks.
They do have a lot of
Um,
logos of banks. So
some guys I know.
it certainly sounds like they've gotten out there in terms of getting the banks to sign up. Now, in terms of the marketing and the landing, they've got good, great use case examples. Soccer
Yeah.
team, soccer jerseys. They've got another shot of a woman walking the dog, and then there's looks like a woman maybe in
Mobile on
roommate.
the phone.
Yeah, she's on the phone. So their use case is that you're on the go and you want to pay people. Use your phone to pay people, and you have a shared account. And I don't know if it's just. I guess it's just through email, or is there some sort of near field communication? They're not doing like mobile to mobile or anything like that. I'm not sure if they're
No, I
handling
didn't
that.
see any NFC stuff, but
But yeah, so personal payment service lets you send money to friends, family, at all. Sending money. I really would love to see what their differentiator is from a PayPal, for example.
mhm.
Is it they're taking less money? Is the amount? So choose a recipient, choose the amount. Okay, send money, include message, notification. All right, so this is very similar to what PayPal offers.
Yeah. So I guess, Amul, what do you think are we should be looking for as we see this and other similar
Okay,
startups in
okay,
this space? Like,
yes,
are we
yes,
looking for their? I mean,
yeah,
because I feel like what they're like. Okay, pay your rent with our money.
yeah, yeah,
Everyone, PayPal nailed it. We need online currency, right? There's a
yeah,
clear need for this. The
yeah,
problem with PayPal is it sucks. It
yeah.
doesn't
It,
work. It's clunky. It's unusable.
wait,
All
hold,
I do is go to hackathons and hear people say, "Oh, I need a better payment
yeah,
system
yeah.
to pay my rent."
So and
For some reason, no one's doing it right.
so
What
PayPal
is the magic?
PayPal is slow and it is clunky, but it does work, but it's painful. Now,
Hmm.
it'd be really great if Pop Money said, are you currently using PayPal? Here are 10 reasons why you need to switch." Or are you currently using Google Checkout here, or whatever
Right.
at Amazon?
That would, yeah,
That would be great. It'd be a great differentiator. Right now, I'm looking for why are you guys different. Now with
right.
Stripe, I know they're really focused on the API and on developers, and they could talk about how when you get them to pay, it doesn't look like you're taking them to PayPal and with PayPal branding. It's all integrated in the site. So it'd be nice to see that here.
Mhm.
So in terms of differentiation, I'm not seeing it. It's a beautifully designed site, but I'm not seeing
So
the
these look like, well,
differentiation.
the design leads me to say it's a consumer play.
It
Like
is a
they
consumer
want
play, yeah.
people that are holding iPhones and Android phones or
Yeah,
Blackberries or
yeah, yeah.
whatever that is. They want you to, it looks like PayPal for the next generation almost.
Possibly, yeah.
Just more usable.
Yeah,
Seems like the only thing they're attacking.
yeah.
The last area I was going to ask about, what do you think about the pricing? Like, does anybody? I'm not sure what PayPal's fees are right now, or if that's a standard metric we can measure these guys by.
That's a very good point. It'd be
I
really
think they
great if
had pricing at the very bottom, or
you know what?
where
Oh,
the
there it is.
fees? There's a
Fees.
fees
Okay, so
page.
let's click on fees. Okay, so picking up money's
So a
free. Oh,
dollar
that's great.
transaction.
Ooh, that's a lot of money. But per payment, this might work because sometimes your payments are very large, or it's several $100s if you're hiring somebody freelance, or whatever,
Mm.
and it can get into your fees can turn into quite a bit, especially when PayPal is concerned. So send money per day, $500. There are limits. Oh, I guess there's limits to how much money you can send and receive. So they do have some limits, rolling limits, and it looks like my guess is I think that they're not charging a lot of money. I'm looking at this and it
Yeah.
looks like they're only charging $1. And if your limits are $500 a day, that's a lot lower than what a PayPal would charge. So yes, looks like their big differentiator is that they're very mobile, and it looks like they're a lot cheaper when you're working within $5,000 limits.
Cool.
So yeah, very cool. I hope they succeed. They obviously got the banks on board, so they've got a good team so to get them on. And I know it's not easy. These banks don't make it easy. So that's great. All right, let's move on. PDFCV. Huh. So this is a CV. So it helps you create a
Um,
CV. So here we are. They've got a big title. It helps you create a CV online. CV is just another word for resume. Submit your information, choose your template, and download your CV. Oh, this is very clever. I'm sure this is a very simple use case. People have their, resumes online, and they want to get a PDF version. My question is, Jeff, is why can't I just go to print and then do save as PDFs? Don't PCs have that function?
yeah, I think this is choosing a template for you.
Oh,
Um,
okay. So
I think.
there's a
So again, I think I found this startup from like a Hacker News submission or something more on the weekend project angle, perhaps.
okay.
But I know that you're gonna grind them for some design work
Oh
here.
yeah, design wise is awful.
But what do you think of the idea
The idea is cool.
of helping people design their,
I
helping people with their CVs? Is
yeah
there a need for
yes
prettier,
yeah
more well designed, or I guess the idea is PDFing the PDF, the resume
the
makes it
resume. So
more
according
palatable for an email or something.
they have some stats right down here really small. It says 30,646 CVs created.
Oh
So
wow.
clearly there's a need for people to create resumes. It's kind of a big market.
Yeah,
Maybe they're
154 today.
yeah,
All right.
so you know what and he's got it in the domain name. So people are probably typing CV to PDF converter or how do I convert? And so he's probably
Wow.
doing a pretty good job getting some organic SEO juice there. Yeah, clearly there's a need for this. I'm interested in seeing if I can
And
create
what
one without
happens to
signing in.
create
Okay, so I do have to sign in using one of the social.
Twitter?
It'd be great if I didn't have to do this, but let's go ahead and use Twitter because I've signed in already. And
So since we're now using our Smoking Hot Coffee Twitter account to log in,
oh,
bummer.
okay, we
It's a
got a
problem.
problem. We got an error.
That's okay. They're early days.
Okay, so
But
it's not
anyways, I'm
working.
glad that you are logged into the
Yeah,
our Twitter
to
account that
Opera. So we
will
check it out.
try beta testing
Yeah.
some of these things.
I would
Get a
like
little more hands on.
I would like to see more templates clearly, since I'm into design, and I would like them to bring on a designer. They really need a designer. I'm not sure how they make money. Obviously, you can't be putting ads on the CV. I don't know if they have enough users to get ads.
Yeah, good point.
But they might be selling, depending on what people fill in on these CVs, on these resumes. Maybe if I'm, a designer or I don't know if a designer would use this, but if I'm, I don't know, social media expert or whatever it is, nurse, and then they sell that information to maybe nursing schools or something like that. Maybe some sort of partnerships with other job hunting type things. What do you think? That's not good, huh? Because that's your data. You probably don't feel comfortable with that. What's your
Yeah,
feeling about
a little
that?
hard to go niche there. Yeah, I don't know. I think there's a lot of job hunting things they can do around this.
Yeah.
A lot of other services they can offer. If you land on this page and you're trying to improve your resume,
Hmm.
heck, what else could I sell you?
Right, right. As soon as maybe.
Maybe here's like a professional. I actually had a friend who was interested in this. Profession. He had gone through the process so much of improving someone's resume, like by hand, like actually,
Yeah.
spending some time and saying, here's what you should focus on, here's what you shouldn't. Some more high touch services.
Okay.
There's a lot of recruiting things you can do around
Right,
this.
right, right, right.
Plus, just like you're saying, the SEO is hugely valuable.
Okay. Well,
I think that they're already playing the SEO game pretty well, it appears,
well
and
at 100
use that to drive other things. And that.
154 today, Jeff. That means they've got 154 people created these things. They're not going to get a lot of money off of page views, but they are probably going to get some good eyeballs are looking for jobs. So there's tons of job type boards and tons of job type stuff. So they can probably set up some affiliate partnership type stuff going. So there's definitely some revenue to be made here. All right, let's
Plus,
move
they're
on.
getting all those people to log in.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They sort of have contact
That's
information.
right.
For those
They're building their
100
list, and they could probably sell that list to multiple
a lot
types
of
of stuff.
opportunities.
Yeah, opportunities exactly. So all right, so we're moving on. Here we are at informally, much better designed, way better designed. So simple stats from your favorite cloud services. Okay, informally connects to your cloud services like Zero, Mailchimp, Analytics, and more, and allows simple charts in one place for free. All right, so what are they doing here, Jeff? Are they aggregating all these guys and creating one big dashboard for them? Is that what I'm hearing?
I'm thinking so.
Save
Let's see.
time,
It's just
multiple.
finally
Yep.
tracking your business is simple. How about we watch the first 20, 30 seconds of the
All
video
right.
just to
Yeah, they got to explain our video front and
Meet
center.
Derek. Derek loves to spend his
see,
days
it's
logging
48
in
seconds.
and out of his favorite cloud services like Zero, Analytics, and Mailchimp to see how his business is doing. Merrick, on the other hand, prefers to spend his time growing his business. Merrick uses informally to do the legwork, going off, getting the
Let's see, here's
stats,
some
Okay.
and
screenshots.
simplifying them for him to
That's
skim
cool. So
through.
they're aggregating.
Informally is free and can be set up in seconds.
Looks like they got
Simply
MailChimp,
give informally
Google,
one-off permission to
PayPal.
connect securely
That's
to your
cool.
favorite services
I love
like
this
Google
space.
Analytics.
Yeah, this
then
is great.
informally automatically adds simple charts from that service showing how you're performing.
This is great. This is
You
very
can come
cool.
back as often as you like to see all of your stats in the one place.
Wow.
No more logging into multiple systems.
That's great. They've got refers. They've got keywords
into
that
multiple
are
systems.
driving traffic.
No more complex reports.
Very nice. I have to say, though, Jeff, whenever I see these sort of aggregating dashboards, I'm always like, well, damn it, man. What if I want that one specific piece of data and they're not showing that and I
Yeah.
can't figure out a way to get that element into some sort of view that they've got? Then I've got to fucking open up the tab. And so now what I do is I just set up a bookmark 20 tabs and I just have that pop open when I start up, and bang, there are all my services. I just have to hit, Command Tab, and I could just jump to the individual dashboards. But I imagine that if these guys can solve, 80, 90% of that problem, then it's probably worth it. How much are they charging, Jeff? How are they making money here?
Good question. I was just going to say, if they can, this is another one of those things where they're kind of proving value by solving a really niche problem, aggregating something, just kind of streamlining data even more than before. The problem is you may not get 100% of what you want, but the value is still there. So what I kind of see for products like this, maybe one of the ones we saw earlier, is an acquisition or acqui-hire to kind of say, you guys, you've nailed this sort of problem, and they need to apply it maybe a little bit bigger. In the case that you're saying, in case they haven't got that last 20% of the usability there,
Gotcha.
because I do think it is kind of deciding factor for me most of the time is,
check
oh
this
man,
out
if
here.
I can just open up MailChimp and see the stats there, why not?
No, check this out
Or
here.
if I'm going to have to anyways, why not? So it really needs to prove that it's valuable.
Well, it looks like they've got a perfect use case right here. Send your web design clients simple monthly reports.
There you
So
go.
clearly they're trying to hit web designers, small agencies, maybe even large agencies. And this is a great idea for actually designers like myself and coders like you, because you gotta, if you want to give them updates, you gotta go and take screenshots and that, but this does it all in one. This is very cool. Now I would have preferred that their homepage would have just started with that. Are you a web designer? Are you a developer? You've got clients. They want updates. Bang! Here's update, update, update. You know what I mean? But they didn't do that. They kind of went at this as general, finally tracking your business as simple. I would have preferred, in my opinion, that they would have just nailed just agencies and web designers right from the get-go. So I knew that was their clear focus. But down here at the bottom, the testimonials, they say
Yeah, no,
podcaster.
interesting take on it, because I think that is probably a common struggle startups have, is clearly identifying their customer.
Yeah.
I know I struggle with this when trying to figure out what these people, anyone's business model is, who they're targeting. And like you said, there's a huge difference really between the web designer developer versus the small business owner. Because the developer designer is kind of reselling it to
that's essentially what he's
the
doing.
business owner.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is the homepage is trying to go straight after the business owner.
Or just some
Asian-
general businesses or whatever. I mean, they do mention there's like a podcaster on one of the use cases or one of the testimonials down here at the bottom, and web agency or
having
SEO
clear
specialists.
use cases like the Pop Money had is pretty useful.
They do have a link to agencies, and I click on here, and now that I see this, I'm like, okay, great, clear,
Now
very
it
very
clicks.
clear. Obvious now. It'd be great. I don't know where they're. Okay, is your loyal client worth more than 50 cents a month? That's cool. This is great. A freelancer is $19, up to 20 clients. Small agency, large agency. So yeah, I can totally see this is definitely. I just think this would have been better on the homepage. That's my personal feeling. But beautifully designed. The common. You've got your. It's not a carousel, but like a big wide image at the top. Your kind of big banner, and then your kind of one column, blurry background. Yep. Yeah, and otherwise it's really well designed. It's a perfect small little business, right? I'm a developer. I've already done all this aggregating. Bang, turn this into a startup. Now sell it to all these other designers. Perfect little. I could easily see somebody busting this out in a few weeks. What do you think? Something like that? Okay. Yeah, Campaign Monitor, Stripe. Yeah, yeah. Mhm. Yep. 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 Right. 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 Yep. Mhm. That's right. Yeah. 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 Right. 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 Okay. Well, with that, Jeff, I think how far are we along? I know my alarm went off probably 5, 10 minutes ago. Okay. Yeah, it's probably if yeah for this cup. Yeah, can we let's do one more really quick. This is sparkdevices.com. Control your lights from anywhere. So they've got a plug, looks like, and I don't know how this plug is connected to the Ethernet, but they've got a 3 minute video. I would have liked this video to be pre-order for 50 bucks. Oh, pre-order. So they haven't actually made this, or they haven't started manufacturing these things, huh? Uh, okay, so we've got screws any standard light socket and connects to your lights to the internet over a Wi-Fi connection in your home. Okay, yeah, and we've got a photo of a. That's right. He's got a little small little dashboard with some dials, and according to this, yeah. So now my question to you, Jeff, uh, is there a big need for a guy to not get up and turn on and off the lights? Is that a I mean, I know we like to remote control our computer, maybe our entertainment system, but I mean, is there a use really a big need for people to be able to control their lights if there's I mean, I can see how I can see how this is over Wi-Fi, but what if I'm remotely? I can see how maybe they want to do this remotely. Maybe if they're at work and they feel about thieves breaking in, they want to turn on the lights or something. I don't know, but yeah, I don't know, Jeff. I'm not so sure. Yeah, right, right. Okay. 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 Right, right. Yeah. Not, not. No, I have to say, Jeff, this may be not really that valuable in terms of a market. I don't know how useful this is, but I will say I'm a big fan of remote control and bringing real world into the touch of the smartphones and all that stuff. I like the space. Hmm. So so Jeff, I so check this out. Most basic use is a portable light switch you can turn on and off from anywhere on the couch at the office, sitting at the beach. Okay, so maybe it is remote. So spark sockets are dimmable. Now, it'd be really interesting if they can combine this with yeah, yeah. Gotcha, gotcha. Right, right. It's not crazy technologies. Okay, so but I just don't know how big of a market this is. Maybe some people really geek out on having dimmable phone, controllable via iPhone. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm completely wrong. I just for 49 bucks, it seems a little bit steep, but yeah, I wish these guys well. That's true. That's true. Really? I don't know, man. This needs to get down about 20 bucks for me, maybe. I've got a lot of bulbs. I got a lot of lights in my office, man. I've got like no, no, these aren't bulbs, bro. These are sockets. You still have to buy the bulb. Yes, I'm looking at this. Yeah, there's sockets, and I've got like one, two, three lamps in my office alone because I like to have the different lighting. Yeah, it digitizes a socket, and so that's why I'm finding this a little bit hard to swallow, a little bit pricey. So, but it's a cool use case, and must have been a lot of fun to make. Um, yeah, yeah, and good luck with them. I hope they can expand this to other categories. I don't know if you want to control other things. It'd be interesting to control sockets like power strips and be able to individually turn things on and off. I don't know if that's doable, but all right. I think that's it for today's show. Once again, if you guys want to reach us, it's at Comster and at Amul_Patel. We really look forward to your feedback and comments. And thanks again for watching the show. Okay.